What's going on, guys? Oshanomacha here, back with another figure review. Very excited about this one. Today we're going to be talking about the TK Customs and Black Hole Toys collab, the Solemn Valor. I have version B. This is the Majin Vegeta figure. I got the battle damaged one. I got mine on AliExpress for about $56. You can still get them on AliExpress for about the same price. I'll put in the description the store that I got mine from and where I usually get my pre-orders from for any of the third-party figures. I'm very excited to review this figure. I already opened it. It's one thing that you guys will learn about me is that it's very tough for me to do an unboxing video. I don't know if I'll ever do an unboxing video unless people in the comments ask for one, because once I get a figure, I immediately have to open it, especially a figure that's been as hyped up as this one has been. I see a lot of comments online talking about how good the articulation is. Some people weren't too happy with the sleeves, like the little flaps that the sleeves have, but you can actually push those a little bit into the torso, but we'll take a look at those later on. For now, let's get right into it. So my box had actually come a little bit damaged, nothing too crazy. Looks like it was just kind of, when it arrived, it was just in a padded envelope. So anytime you get a figure that comes in a padded envelope overseas, there's a high chance that you're gonna get a little bit of crushing on the box, but nothing too crazy. I'll probably just open the flap and leave a textbook on top of it to flatten it out. The packaging right off the rip looks really nice. We get, of course, Vegeta doing his little tri-ki blast at Majin Buu when he comes out of Babbidy's ship after knocking out Goku. I don't know if they meant to do this now that I'm looking at it. I didn't notice it before. They had the text flipped, so everything on the back is backwards. That's kind of funny. I don't know if they realized that happened. They had to have realized that happened, but that's funny. All right, so here he is, the Prince of all Saiyans. So I'm very impressed with everything that this figure comes with. For the price point that he is at, you get a lot of hands, a lot of face plates, and then you get a ki blast. So you get a total of 8 sets of hands, including the fists, a total of 6 face plates, including the one that's on him right now. You get an extra windswept hair with the same face pose that he's doing when he blows up the tournament walls. You get a ki blast that you can pretty much use if you're posing him for when he blows up the tournament walls, or if you're trying to recreate this scene where he blasts Majin Buu with that little 3-finger ki blast move that he has. It comes with a stand for the ki blast as well. So let's take a look at him. Okay, so here's Vegeta in hand. Everything, honestly, the face sculpt looks great on this. So TK Customs, so this is a collaboration between TK Customs and Black Hole Toys. Black Hole Toys has already released a couple full figures. TK Customs primarily focuses on head sculpts. So them coming together with Black Hole Toys, you can definitely see the improvements of previous Black Hole Toy releases. I don't currently have any Black Hole Toy figures in my collection, but I have seen a lot of pictures. I have seen a lot of videos, and I have a couple friends that do have some Black Hole Toy stuff. You can definitely tell the improvements in the face sculpts, all the detail in the blood in his face, all the detail in the blood in his arms, the cut in his chest. You can see little scuff marks, not like intentional scuff marks, not like QC issue scuff marks, but you can see like little damage and indentations in his clothes. The detail in his ripped up leg looks phenomenal. The boots look great, probably the best looking boots. And I probably didn't mention this already, but if you already know about the different body types of articulation when it comes to SH Figure Arts, this is a 3.0, so this is probably one of the few 3.0 figures that we have of Vegeta as far as third-party releases go. I know Kong Studios has their Jade Rabbit Vegeta, which is a 3.0. Tamashii just released the adult Daima Vegeta 3.0. That's an updated articulation, and then there's also the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. But honestly, for as all the 3.0 Vegetas go, I think this one really takes the cake. I haven't gotten my hand on the Jade Rabbit one, and it does look like a really nice looking figure, but this is probably going to be up there for figure of the year for me, honestly. This is the straps that people were complaining about. So I think in the initial pictures that they were showing, the flaps were a little bit more out like this, but you can kind of push them inward and now they're not as exposed. I'm not bothered by the flaps. That doesn't bother me at all. Let's get into the articulation. So the head is on a double ball peg. It's quite a long double ball peg, but it does allow for a decent amount of range on his neck. So looking down without pushing his faceplate off, he can pretty much go chin to chest right here. Looking up, he gets a lot of range. If you kind of angle the ball peg a little bit, you can get some more range out of there. There's a slight bit of gapping when he's looking up, if you're looking at this angle, like that, but it's not noticeable. And obviously the camera angle when you're doing photo shoots with this figure will make it so that you won't see those gaps at all, so I'm not really pressed by that. He can go to the side really far. So when he gives like that cocky, pulled him a little too hard. When he gives that cocky look, when he's blowing up the stadium walls, and get him into a nice pose for that. Really nice range on the shoulders. You can go past the T pose. Full 360, no issues. Butterfly joint, if you do push the flaps out a little bit and allow that to give you more range. For an SH Figure Arts, like he can go fist over fist, which is great. Get a nice bicep swivel on him. The left elbow joint, you got a good range on there, but the left elbow joint for me is a little bit more snug than the right one. So I just need to put a tad bit of shock oil on there, nothing crazy. Honestly, I prefer joints to be a little too snug on a figure than too loose. I feel like shock oil is an easier solution to deal with than nail polish of trying to thicken the peg. Wrist joints, pretty decent range. I'm sure it varies on the different hands as well. Ab crunch, I feel like, is the one negative of this figure. I have heard things online about the lack of an ab crunch with him. I'm not too sure what would be blocking him inside his chest that wouldn't allow him to bend more than this. But if you bend him at his abdomen, you can get a little bit more range out of it. If you're just bending at the chest, it's not a whole lot, but if you're bending both joints, you get some okay range. Nothing to write home about. Going back, about the same. Maybe a little bit more when he's leaning back. These 3.0 joints, he has full splits, untethered full splits. You can hit the Jean-Claude Van Damme, kicking up high without crunching his abs. Pretty decent range. It's okay. Get a thigh swivel. I'm usually pretty careful with the thigh swivel because I know sometimes the shape of the top piece of the thigh can vary on the range of how much you can twist it, and I don't want to twist it and pop off the peg or break the peg. So I don't want to do a full 360 spin on the thigh swivel, but really good range on that. You can get past the 90-degree angle with the knee. This one gets blocked a little bit just by the damaged uniform. The left leg gets a little bit more range than the right leg because it doesn't have any bulky pieces aside from like the top of the boot that causes it to not get any more than this, but this is still pretty decent range. Side by side, you can tell how much more range you get on the left leg than the right, but nothing too bad. You still get good range with it. For the ankles, so when you have the ankle peg pushed a little bit further back, you get a full flat 90-degree angle. If you push the foot slightly forward, where the back of the boot starts to come inward of the top piece of the boot, you can get it to go all the way down like that. Excellent range on the ankles for this Vegeta. Side to side, you get about this much range. Pretty decent range. And then with the toe crunch, you get excellent toe crunch. Look at that. That looks good. Now let's swap out some face plates. You pop the whole face plate off, like so, and then his face slides out from the bottom of the front piece. So off the rip, he comes with a serious, stoic look, and eyes glancing to the side look, his typical cocky smirk, a shouting face for when he's either firing a ki blast or powering up, Comes with a sweaty kind of smirking face. I'm not sure if this is post-fight with Goku right before he knocks Goku out, or if this is when he gets nervous realizing that he's gonna have to sacrifice himself to defeat Majin Buu. And then my personal favorite faceplate out of the bunch, the windswept hair with him looking down when he's about to blow up the tournament wall. Two open palm Ki Blast hands, two closed finger Ki Blast hands, his 3-finger Ki Blast hand, and he comes with another Ki Blast hand that has a peg in it, but there's no peg that comes with him for the hand. The only hole that comes in his Ki Blast is for the stand that comes with him, so I'm not sure if this is like one of those DLC type of pieces that some figures get, where if I got one of the non-battle damage version of this figure, if it comes with a peg and a Ki Blast that can go into this. But I'm not entirely sure the purpose of this hand, but if anybody in the comments knows, just let me know, because I don't know what to do with this hand with the peg, unless it's for any other SH Figure Arts Ki Blasts with a peg. Now that we're on the subject of the Ki Blast, so it comes with this little base and a little ball peg at the end of it. You just pop it in like so that you can angle it around. There's a little hole at the bottom of the Ki Blast right here that goes right to the top of the peg, like so, and boom. I think it's kind of cool that the peg of the Ki Blast stand lets you move it around a lot. If you move it around too much, it'll come out of the stand, but it allows you to kind of give it a little bit more motion with it. And I mean, with everything that we get with this figure, the fact that it even comes with the Ki Blast and the Ki Blast stand, I think that's great. All in all, I think everything is great about this figure. I'm very happy with it. I think it looks fantastic. The paintwork on it looks great with the blood, all the details of the veins in the arms, all the scuff marks in the uniform, the boots, the articulation is fantastic. The face sculpt looks great. The hair for both the standard and the windswept looks nice. If I was gonna give this a rating on a scale from 1 to 7 Dragon Balls, I would definitely say it's a 7. I'm very happy with this figure. I'm definitely gonna be posing this figure a lot. It makes me wanna get the Majin Buu SH Figure Arts that's gonna be reissued so that I can pose with him. I need to get my hands on a Super Saiyan 2 Goku head sculpt that I can pose him with as well. Let me know in the comments if you guys plan on getting this Black Hole Toys and TK Customs collab, or if you already have it, which one that you have and which one that you want. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever I drop my new figure review videos. And until next time, peace.